All right, we are live. We're going to just hang out for a few minutes and let everybody come in. Welcome in, guys. Tim Benson here, NetScore, with the webinar for this week, talking about creating an ideal, compelling offer. And we have Luis Cordova with us today. And we're just going to say hi to Luis. How you doing, my friend?
Hello, everybody. Thanks for connecting. I'm excited to learn from Tim and then hopefully provide some value to all the attendees.
Love it. Love it. All right. We're going to let everybody kind of come on in. We're going to give them a few minutes. Hope everybody had a good Memorial Day weekend. I know it's actually my birthday. So,
Happy birthday,
25 years young, Luis. That's what I always say, right? 25 years. 25 years plus or minus maybe a few years, so. All right, guys. We're gonna wait about 2 more minutes. There's still a few people. Yeah, a few more people coming on in. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Guys, here's how this is gonna work. I'm gonna go through my quick segment of today's training. If you do have a comment, comments will be only shown to us here, and we will answer them after our segment. So we'll do first our quick training segment, and then we'll do a brief Q&A, and then we'll have some closing thoughts here for you, and it will be a lot of fun. Okay, looks like a few more people are coming in here. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get this party started. Let me see if I can actually share my screen. I have to get used to the old webinar jam here. Turn screen share on. Okay. And everybody coming on in, give us a quick chat. Say hi. We'd love to see who you are. All right. Where is... That was my phone. Who's calling me? Which one of you guys is calling me?
That was me.
All
Sorry,
right.
Tim.
There we go. Where's my webinar? There we go. All right. Make sure you guys can see this. All right. Can everybody see this? Luis, can you see that?
Yes, I can. It's a great screen, but I think something will pop up once you.
Yeah, let me know once it pops up.
Yep, you're good now.
Okay, guys. Welcome on in. This is our bi-weekly weight loss marketing free webinar with Tim Benson. Guys, for those who don't know who I am, my name is Tim Benson, as I just said, serial entrepreneur since 2010, School of the Year winner 2014 for the top national music school and coaching program by a gentleman by the name of Mr. Marty Fort. Both Luis and I study with him, and he is of magnetic marketing and mass. For those that are not familiar with magnetic marketing, that is associated with Russell Brunson, Dan Kennedy, some really heavy hitter marketers. Both Luis and I are, year long, we've been in this for multiple years with this program. And I think probably the best direct response type of training you'll find anywhere, right? So we really try to focus on marketing that works and getting the best value to our customers and really trying to drive as much meaningful leads and sales as possible to businesses. Quick, brief disclaimer about me. I do run multiple businesses, as I mentioned, a brick and mortar music school, as well as NetScore and PhoneScore, which is my marketing and sales training company. Our music school was a 3-time School of the Year finalist as well. We did found the digital marketing company NetScore. And guys, we primarily focus on brick and mortar service-based businesses like music and dance schools, medical clinics, karate schools, optometrists, chiropractors, you name it. If you have a brick and mortar and you need to market and you need to get appointments, guys, that's literally what we do. And a little bit about us in the weight loss clinic space. We've helped launch over 150 weight loss clinic websites, along with serving them with our NetScore CRM for prospect patients and marketing communications. Our team, very savvy on automations and follow-up. And the goal for this webinar, I want to give you, again, the very best information and value that will massively help your understanding and implementation about how you market to get more patients. And guys, these webinars are free. All I ask is that if you like what we talk about, hey, just leave us a nice comment about NetScore. Okay, that's all I ask. And I hope you really get something out of this training. Okay. For those that are joining us late, I want to welcome in our special guest, Luis Cordova, owner of Glendora Music and Arts and Upland Music Academy. He is going to share some insights about video content, which we'll get to after my component of compelling weight loss offers. Okay, so just want to give Luis a brief introduction. And why don't you tell us a few things about yourself, Luis?
Yeah, so my name is Luis. Thank you, everybody, for connecting. I'm a dad. I got a 3-year-old, another one on the way. I own a couple brick and mortar businesses. I got a music school. I got a recording studio. I actually help run an auto shop as well. And my expertise is in video and how to create funny video ads that help get you double the results as compared to the boring ads that a lot of people run. And that's what we do. And that's what helped. One of the most important components that helped take my businesses to 1.8 million in about 18 months. And I'm here to help share that with you guys, because prospecting from a marketing standpoint, especially for service businesses like ours in the weight loss clinic, it's all practically the same thing with a different messaging for your audience. So I'm here and I'm excited to share that with you guys and explain to you how you can get better results with your ads with funny video ads. So
I love it. I love it. Luis, I can't wait to see what you have to share for us. Okay, before we dive in, I'm going to say some quick hellos. Heather, what is up? Good to see you. Mona Lisa, good to see you. Annie, hey, good to see you again, Annie. It's been a while there. Yep, from Florida. Heather in Georgia. We got Texas and also we got California. Guys, welcome in. So let's go ahead and deep dive. I would say you can take some notes here today. This will be, again, uploaded to our YouTube. So you will have this as free video training forever. Once it's loaded, we will send an email with the replay as well today, okay? But I do implore you to take some notes and kind of see what sticks out for you. After I go through my module, Luis is going to talk a bit about his stuff, and then we're going to do a brief FAQ, okay? So with that being said, I am going to dive in, and I'm going to talk about how to create compelling offers in the weight loss clinic space. And as soon as I can find my little Google Drive thing, it's going to be on like Donkey Kong. Here we go. All right, I just found it. You have to have a little sense of humor with these things, Luis. You don't take yourself too seriously. All right, Luis, let me know when you see my screen.
It's online. We see it.
Okay, guys. So here's what I wanted to present to you today. We see this a lot in marketing. And number one, I want to make sure that everybody has a distinction on what is the difference between an offer and what is the difference between an ad, okay? An offer, an ad really just lies in their purpose, structure, and role in the marketing space, okay? Guys, ladies and gentlemen, an offer is a specific value proposition or some sort of incentive designed to stir up potential prospects to take an action. In our case, for weight loss clinics, we want them to opt in to learn more about our GLPs. We want them to learn more about maybe an IV drip therapy. We want them to look into a 3D body scan, right? So we want them to get stimulated emotionally to take another step. Whatever that is packaged, whatever value that is the offer, okay? And I've given you an example here. Get a free 45-minute weight loss consultation, personalized body composition. That's the what. Now, let's talk about the ad itself. The ad is actually the vehicle which we use ad copy, which is the text, the words, the creative, which is what Luis is going to talk about, the visuals. This is the vehicle in which we capture the essence of what the offer is. Okay, so guys, the offer is essentially the what, the ad is the vehicle that encompasses the what. Okay, Luis, does that make sense? You get where I'm going with that?
That's perfect.
The example I use here, Facebook ad with a vibrant image of a happy client and text saying, hey, ready to lose weight, discover our proven program, and a button linking to the offer's booking page. Again, guys, the key difference being the offer is the deal or incentive to self. The ad is the vehicle. If there's one thing I want you to just walk away from today, I just want that to resonate in your mind. Why is that important? When you're discussing your advertising with your marketer, it's very common to say, well, we need to run ads. Okay, well, what you really need to do is run a good offer. Okay, so I want you to start thinking about retooling that a little bit. Okay, so how do we make a good offer? Well, the offer should focus on the specifics. Pretty obvious. What does the customer get? What are the conditions? What are the benefits? Include elements like value proposition. I do think you should have a risk reversal. Okay. While you can't guarantee weight loss on a Facebook ad because you'll get banned with the quickness, you can do a risk reversal of join the thousands of happy weight loss clients that have reached their weight loss goal, because that's going to indicate to them that this is low risk because other people have had success. Okay. So you're kind of claiming success by saying that there are other people that have had success. Okay. Not coming out and saying, we guarantee 30 pounds or weight loss off the next 30 days. Because again, Facebook will ban you with the quickness. Okay. Look at my example structure here. Join our weight loss program for only $99. Normally $249. Okay. So that's a good sort of value, is that we're going to use a price value, a discount value. Okay. You can also use time scarcity. You don't always have to make your offer as a discount. I've something I've preached ad nauseum for probably well over 10 years. Don't feel like an offer always has to be a discount. You can use time as a scarcity component too. Are you ready to lose weight for the summer, Luis? Well, guess what? We've got 13 spots left before our summer closeout is gone. Okay. Enroll now, get your weight loss journey, and we'll fit you up with a nutrition plan. We only got 13 spots left, but you got to act now. Okay. See how that works, Luis?
Yep. That's great.
Okay. On the ad, guys, and I'm just kind of detailing this here. Focus on grabbing attention, concise, persuasive messaging. Don't be too texty. Okay. Long form text on Facebook and Instagram, especially, tends to not work too well. I prefer short, concise ad copy, 500 to 700 characters max. You don't need a dissertation. Okay. We're not applying for our doctorate to get people to opt into our weight loss ads. Okay. And on Google, very simple. If you're running Google ads, if you guys are legit script certified, which you should be. Okay. We talked about that last webinar. Keep it nice and simple. Lose weight today. Free consultation at, I use Sacramento weight loss. I used that last time. Just very simple, click to book. Always offer a next step option. Okay. Role in the marketing funnel. The offer operates at the conversion stage, meaning this is what is the goal? Okay. Quick note here. Running Facebook and Instagram and digital ads, I have tended to notice it is always better to run them for a conversion campaign, for a form opt-in, for a message opt-in, a DM campaign. Call ads for a conversion tend to not work as well, because I want you guys to put yourself in the mindset of a random Facebook browser. When we're on Facebook and Instagram or TikTok or wherever, we're typically more so in a dopamine. Let's get our daily dopamine and look at our cat video and get a little laugh, right? And then we're bombarded with a random ad for something, right? So our buying willingness is not going to be at a point where if I see an ad, oh, I'm going to call them, Luis. I need to do weight loss, right? A call is like a big commitment for a cold eyeball. What is a softer commitment is, I'm moderately interested in this. Let me just click on this and submit a form, and I might get to it later. Okay. So the offer really is something that we want to get them to a conversion. Okay. The ad more so operates at the awareness or interest stage. Okay. The ad is trying to just stir their awareness and get them from a 3 or 4 on the buying willingness to a 9 or a 10. Hopefully after 1 or 2 interactions. And this is why your funnel is so important. You want to make sure that you build in the fact that not everybody is going to be a customer after the first interaction. This is why NetScore and the CRM is important. You want to have multiple follow-ups. We talked about it last webinar, 4 to 6 follow-ups within the first few days to a week, because it may take them a few touch points to really kind of warm up a bit for you. Okay. Let me give you some good examples. Yes, Luis, go for it.
Can I add something to that with the automations with NetScore? The automations in NetScore, guys, have saved our staff's time and have increased our sales, because now the follow-ups are happening within NetScore. And I just want to add that part right there that Tim just said, the follow-ups, huge. Make sure you guys are really utilizing those in NetScore.
And lean on our team. If you are a NetScore CRM client, guys, we can automate whatever you need. Okay, we're here for you. Again, we are not a software as a service. We are a team as a service. We don't just, throw you guys to the wolves with some random software. We have a team that will hold your hand and help guide you through this entire process. Okay. All right. Some quick examples in context for weight loss clinics. So here's some good ones you guys can reverse engineer. Kickstart your weight loss journey. Get a free 60-minute consultation. That's a pretty long one. That's pretty cool. Personalized body composition analysis. Many of you guys use the 3D body scanner. I am going to preach this. Many of you are not emphasizing this enough. Preach the 3D body scanner, guys. If you have the Staiku machine, it is awesome. It's a great add value, and not a lot of clinics have that. Imagine the value you're giving for your patient. Okay. Now notice there's an urgency statement here, booked by June 15th. Okay. And it does include a free 7-day meal plan. Guys, you could go literally to ChatGPT and say, okay, I'm Sacramento Weight Loss. Can you create a free 7-day meal plan for patients that we're skewing more towards like a keto type diet? You can have ChatGPT run up something that's pretty generalized, and then do some cross-referencing with your expertise and go into Google and see what other, nutritionists recommend, and just create something that's easy and free and simple, and that doesn't cost you anything. It's something you can give to your patients. So that's an easy add value. Okay. That's how you craft a great offer. It's not just about sign up, get my GLP at this price, and off you go. It's, hey, we have a great value for you. We're going to help you get on this weight loss journey. GLPs are part of it. Got a free meal plan for you for the next 7 to 14 days. And guess what? We're going to also include a personalized 3D scan, because we want you to know where you are in your weight loss journey. And by the way, this ends June 15th, and there's only 12 spots left. So urgency, right? And this gives us an idea, just try to have good images, smiling people. For those that are kind of new to weight loss, you do want to avoid too much visuals in the ad. One picture is fine. Don't put too much text. Keep it very big, blocky letters. Remember, Facebook does not like before and after. I wish we could use that, because that is pretty powerful, but Facebook does not want to get into the body shaming thing. And I've seen, trust me, I've seen ads where you feel like it's kosher, but they'll still like, nah, you got to be really sensitive to this stuff. You can't use too many before and after. You got to just nice, happy photos, maybe some people jogging outside, or maybe, some sort of lifestyle type photo, as long as it has a sense of authority, smiling, happiness. Those tend to work really well. And here's a good trick for you. And Luis, you'll probably agree. In your ad creatives, people with happy faces tend to convert better. Okay. 100%. So if you have a photo and it's just like your clinic and the desk, I mean, it's cool, but people resonate with happy faces. So if that's another thing that you can walk away from today's webinar, happy faces. Okay. Also, non-compliant messaging is another mistake to avoid. You can't say lose 30 pounds guaranteed. Facebook, again, will ban you with the quickness. Okay. Summary of key differences. Remember, the offer converts prospects by providing a specific incentive. The ad attracts attention and drives traffic to that offer. The ad is the vehicle. The offer is the value. Okay. The content include benefits, pricing, guarantees, again, with constraints, and then the call to action and the offer. The ad, concise, nice visual, headlines, brief message to spark interest. On the offer side, in the funnel stage, remember, the offer wants to drive conversion. So ultimately, conversions are going to be dictated by how good your offer is. The ad is simply there to stimulate that awareness and interest, generate leads and traffic, so that our follow-ups can do its job and show the value of the offer to turn them into conversions, okay? Again, an example, The free consultation plus meal plan, that's the offer. The ad is, hey, lose weight now. Click for a free consultation. Offer expires whenever, okay? On the delivery mechanism, landing pages, emails, in-person pitches, of course, Facebook, DMs, Instagram. Just make sure you have that. And then, of course, on the ad itself, social media ads, Google ads. I do think some of you are running some print ads. Some of you are running some TV spots, maybe some radio spots. I think have ticked back up from what I've heard. We don't handle radio, but I do know that some people on the offline world are handling that. Okay. So before I turn it over to Luis, I have another segment here, but I want to just leave you on this segment here. Some practical takeaways for weight loss clinic owners. It all starts with the offer. Don't worry about the ad itself yet. Come up with the offer that aligns with your market, something that you know that you can deliver. And last webinar, guys, we talked about how to do market research. You want to scout out 3 to 5 of your competitors and refer back to that webinar because I walked through a detailed way how to do that. See kind of where the zone is in your market, then find a way to create a strong offer that's as competitive and attractive. Once you have decided this is what we are going to offer, get with your marketer to create ads. And that could be via video ads, photos, nice smiling videos, easy call to action, and get with your marketer to create some easy text ad copy that talks about the headline, the benefits, and the call to action. Again, all of those we did in our last webinar. So, and I'll go through that in great detail. So go ahead and revisit that if you have questions. And then the final component, either you or your marketer, test the ads. Okay. We do usually a 7-day test on any ads. We turn off the ads that are not performing, and then we adjust, and then we let it run another 7 to 10 days. Okay. Final warning before I turn it over to Luis. Avoid the temptation of, oh my goodness, our ad is not performing in 12 hours. We must shut off the campaign. Guys, the algorithm needs time. Okay. And I get it. I'm a business owner too. I want results yesterday. I get it. But you do have to give the algorithm some time. And there is a component of momentum that compounds as you run the ads and let them run live and let the algorithm figure out its thing. Okay. So again, I'm going to share this video. I'll actually share that document on the YouTube and also on the email. So you guys can feel free to look at that document and use it as a reference point. Okay. I am now going to have, so we talked about the offer, what the ad is. We got to talk about the creative side. You can use photos. You can use slideshows. Videos are super powerful, especially for those that are doing Reels and TikTok. You can do videos yourself for sure. Luis specializes in this. So please, everybody, welcome Luis. I want him to talk to you guys about the resource he can help with and about what he does. So Luis, please take it away, my friend.
Hello, everybody. What a great segment from Tim, which ties perfectly into what I'm going to talk about, which is we specialize, my company, ROI Video Productions, specializes in making funny video ads help scale your businesses. Now, I want you guys to put this in the chat, and it's going to tie in perfectly with what Tim was talking about, my whole presentation. Put it in the chat. Would you like your ads to get you better results? If you think so, just put yes in the chat or put me in the chat. And I'm going to put me in the chat as well because I want my ads to get better results as well. So if you would like your ads to get better results, just comment yes, type in me or type in better ads, whatever in the chat. Now, everybody here should be typing in me or yes, because who doesn't want to get better results from the ads? Now, here's the problem right now going on with Facebook and Instagram ads. Ding, 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 the fear, right? Yeah. But this is true. Facebook has changed the way that it helps you deliver your ads to your ideal prospects. So before, Facebook would tell you, hey, Luis, or I see Mika and Heather, hey, Heather, on Facebook, I'm Instagram, I'm Meta. Just tell me who you want to show these ads to. Oh, well, hey, Facebook, show this to business owners, who have these kind of interests and blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what Facebook is getting away from? Exactly that. Facebook is now telling people, hey, give me a suggestion of who you think I should show your ads to, and I'll figure out whether it's a good suggestion or not. Because now Meta, I have better information via AI. And my AI can now help target the people you want better. So then the question becomes, okay, Meta, well, what do you use to find my ideal people that my ads should be shown to? If you're not taking my input anymore, what are you using? Well, they're using your copy. It looks like this is written for people who want to lose weight. Your creative, so either your image or your video, and your landing page. They're analyzing those things and deciding, this is who I think we should sell, we should show the ads to. Here's the other component. Once you start getting prospects and leads, once you start getting data, Facebook is going to go, oh, okay, it looks like you got 20 leads. Let's analyze these 20 leads. Oh, it looks like all these leads are interested in weight loss. Let's keep showing these ads to more people who are interested in weight loss. So what does that mean? It's just a circle and it's a snowball. The more leads you get, the more data you give Facebook, the better the targeting is going to be and the better results you're going to get. Now, why does our system work in helping people get better results? So I know you're all going to agree with me with this. People go on social media to get entertained and to laugh, to look at cat memes, to look at funny videos, to look at all those things. So what happens is when your ad pops up and it doesn't provide somebody entertainment or make them giggle or make them laugh, they're going to ignore it because that's not what they're on there for. We skip ads all of the time because I'm not there to look at an ad. However, if you make your ad entertaining or funny, your results are so much better because now you're giving the people what they want, entertainment and laughs. So what I recommend for everybody to do, and then I'm going to go into some case studies and I'm going to show some examples, is I recommend everybody to have 2 different ads going on. And I'm going to show you the examples of them. I recommend to have a really what we call Hollywood produced funny video ad. And once again, I know this is a lot of talking. I'm going to show you guys a case study. But what this video does, this funny ad does, is it elevates your brand above any other weight loss clinic in your area because it's well produced. You got actors in it. It's funny. It's like a skit. It shows people, wow, this company is legit. And then alongside that ad, you have something we call a call to action ad, which is more so a speaking ad, more humble, more down to earth, because now you elevated your brand with the Hollywood one, and then you humanize yourself with your more simple ad. And then people think you're real, but you're professional, and it's a recipe for success. So what I'm going to go into here is I'm going to show you guys some case studies so you can really understand what I'm talking about and see what we're doing. So let me go ahead and share my screen.
Yep, go for it.
Let me go ahead and first pull up the first case study that I want to show everybody before I share my screen. Here it is. So let's go ahead and turn screen share on. Let's do entire screen. Let's go ahead and share. So can everybody see my screen here?
Yep.
All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and go here. So I'm going to
Oh, I think you're muted, Luis. Did you mute yourself?
Can
there
you
you
hear
go.
me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I think it muted.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, there we go.
So this is our website, ROI Video Production, right? We make funny ads that help people double their results. So let's get with our first case study, and I'm going to tie everything back into you guys, and then we're gonna go ahead and break it down into a case study for weight loss clinics as well. So we have a client who's an arborist. They do landscaping. They beautify your home's exterior. Was running boring ads, right? Came with us. We produced him a funny Hollywood commercial ad. And I'm going to show you the ad, and then I'm going to tell you the results that he got from this ad. I don't know if you will be able to hear it or not, but here it goes.
I don't think we can hear it yet.
I'm going to speak through it. Well, you guys watch it, and then I'll break it down.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think it's something with Webinar Jam.
Okay, so this is an example of a Hollywood produced ad. What we're doing here is, I know you couldn't hear it, but what we're doing is we presented a family driving by. They see a beautiful home. And then the daughter goes, why can't we play in our yard like that? And then we pan to their dead, ugly yard. And then it comes back to the family and they're all like, yeah, we got to fix the yard. And then he asks him, who does your trees in your yard? Hey, well, the tree guys do. And then we get into the offer, right here, and in the text. So choose us and get, a shrinking hose and a garden pot, $250 value. And then we test a different offer. So this ad right here, this client spent $450 on ads running this commercial, and they booked a $65,000 job. So let's think about that really quickly. $500 on ads, $65,000 job from this funny ad. And here's the crazy part. I'm going to go into the ad account for these because it's all about proof, right? All about proof, because I can give you guys these stats, but I want to show you these stats. And I know this part probably interests everybody. Like, oh, we're going into the Facebook Ads Manager. So here's the campaign. It's off right now because they already ate up their budget for this month. Mm-hmm. But in the lifetime of this ad, they've spent $593 on ads. So this is a higher ticket service. Like these jobs are like usually $10,000 jobs. So the higher your ticket, the less leads you're going to get, the more expensive per lead. They actually got 5 leads. It says 3 here, but Facebook doesn't give you 100% accurate data.
Right.
So let's do some math here. Right. So they spent a total of $593 on ad spend. Here it is. Divided by 5, $118 per lead. And out of those 5 leads, they sold one person for $65,000 job. And the crazy part is our client, Tree Guys, told me, hey, you know what's crazy? You know how we made the ad about a dad being embarrassed because they have an ugly yard and their kids can't play? When I showed up to their house, that's exactly what it was. Their grass was dead. They had 2 daughters who hadn't played outside in months because, they can get cut up with the dead grass. And right away, they hired me. So what a funny ad does is it gets into people's psychology, into their emotional motivations, and it makes them laugh about it and go, okay, these people understand me. Let me contact them and see what they're all about. So that's the first one I wanted to show you. The second one I wanted to show you is the following right here. This right here are the results we got for our music school. $5.50 per lead, $5.66 per lead, $12.30 per lead, $12.24 per lead. So let's break it down for the $5.50 per lead. If I spend $500 a month, and for every $5.50 I spend, I get a lead, that means for $500, I'm getting 90 leads per month at $5.50 per lead. $500 is getting me 90 leads. Who wouldn't like to get 90 leads that your staff or yourself could sell, bring them into the office, right, and get them on a plan? Now, I'm going to show you the ad that helped us get those results, and then I'm going to do a reverse engineering of an ad that would help a weight loss clinic.
Hey, Luis, really quick, can you still hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Can you share your screen, unshare? It looks like Webinar Jam. I don't know if can everybody see me? Can everybody see me? Okay. There you go. Okay. Your camera had shut off for some weird reason. Okay, we're good now.
That's straight. I'm gonna share the screen again, okay?
Maybe it was a screen share thing. Cool. Thanks.
Let me go ahead and share it. Here it is again. Cool. Okay. So here's an example that helped us get a funny ad that helped us get where is it? Here it is. $5.50 per lead. This was a back to school campaign.
Okay.
And here is the ad. And since you guys can't hear it, I'm gonna talk you guys through it, okay?
Sure.
Well, let me mute the volume so it doesn't interrupt my voice. Okay, so here's the ad. So it's a dad falling asleep, and then the little girl wakes him up, goes, attention. And what she's doing here, she starts listing all the reasons why she needs music classes before school year starts. And what she's doing here, she's going through the reasons, right? If you can't hear it, I'm going to go ahead and move it forward. She's going through a few different reasons. So what we did is we listed all the reasons why parents would love their kids to be in music classes. And she's going to go through it and list them. And then what we added here towards the end, she starts talking about, well, I also want to perform on stage in front of my grandma before it's too late. And the dad is going to start crying. So this is the part where she's listing that. All right, she wants to perform for grandparents before it's too late. So then dad starts crying. And she goes, So then what do you say? And all right, let's do it. Convince the parents. Now everyone's happy. They're hugging. And she's saying, what are you waiting for? Hurry up for all the spots are filled. So that's the ad
great.
that we have that helped us get these, whoops, where are they? These results right here, $5.50 per lead, $5.66, $12, and $12.24. So that is what we do. We make funny ads that stop the scroll, give people the entertainment that they want, make them giggle, make them laugh a little bit, but then bring attention, bring awareness to your business. Now, here's where it ties in. Let me go ahead and turn off my screen share with what Tim was talking about. Our ad gets the attention, but your offer needs to really, really hook them to take action. So I'm going to reverse engineer a funny ad for a weight loss clinic. Well, we actually did it for a dentist, but here's the thing about dentists. Very similar in that they want to help people with something with how they want to look, with how they want to feel. So this is one that we reverse engineered for a dentist, but it's going to tie exactly into the weight loss clinics. So let me go ahead and pull this up right here.
And while you do that, we do have a few questions coming in. Mona Lisa, we got your question. We'll answer that one here shortly.
Yes.
Luis is going to go through that. Good question.
Yeah, so I'm going to answer those in a little bit. I just want to do reverse engineer this ad, and then I'm going to show you guys exactly what I am talking about and how to produce those ads. Let me go into, here it is. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again.
Okay.
All right, can everybody see this?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So because of time restraints, I'm going to go a little fast, but please watch the recording, right? Tim is going to be emailing everybody this recording.
Yep.
So the first thing, how to produce these ads, this is how to write these, the creative aspect and why these work. So I already explained to you why everyone goes on social media. It's to get entertained. So the first problem that ads have is your messaging is boring and stale. So you're not stopping customers in their tracks with a compelling video/image by entering a conversation already going on in their head. So the first thing you need to do is you need to analyze your customers' real motivations that would push them over the edge to buy from you. So most of the time your marketing talks about you, how great you are, but they don't care about you. They care about themselves and their problems. So the first thing you need to do is you need to write down your customers' problems or fears that your service could fix. So for a dentist, and you're going to see why this is so similar to you, right? An example of the problems or fears is, their teeth are going to rot when they're older. They get pain, so they have pain management. They're not being able to eat their favorite foods, right? The bad breath, right? Health complications down the road due to neglect. All these are the fears that they have because of their teeth, right? All these are the fears. But you guys know all these health fears are not enough to get them over the edge. This isn't what motivates them to act. Yeah, they know they're going to have pain. They know they can't eat their favorite food. Their breath smells, but they're going to work around it because humans are inherently lazy. Then the next thing you need to write down is the emotional reasons of making the purchasing decision. And you're going to see how I tie them together. So for a dentist, a man doesn't fix his teeth to be healthier. They do it to attract more ladies, right? Or if they are married, right? So their wife is more attracted to them, or vice versa, right? For a woman as well. So there's emotional reasons that make them act. Yeah, I know I need to do it for my health, but actually I'm really going to do this because I got a date coming up in 6 weeks.
That's the real reason. We all know that. Guys, we all know that. Let's,
Exactly. Yeah. Right? So once again, their problems and fears are the logical reasons why they need to act, but their emotional reasons are the reasons they will act. So let's reverse engineer this now. So the first thing you got to do is, and let me just go to the bottom because this is going to give you a more straightforward. The first thing you got to do is you got to have a funny video that stops them. This is what's going to stop the scroll and get them curious, right? It's going to get them curious and go, what is this? This looks funny. This looks interesting. And then after watching the first 3 seconds, the second place their eye goes to is the headline. So I'm going to zoom in here. So the headline would be here, the hook. Are your ugly teeth holding back your love life? So as you're seeing here, what I'm doing in that first line, are your ugly teeth holding back your love life? I'm speaking directly back up here to the emotional reasons behind making the decision. Because now you really entered a conversation going on in their head. You stop them with a funny ad, right? You got them in the first 3 seconds. Okay, now let me see what this is really about. Now you're hitting them with, are your ugly teeth holding back your love life? Ooh, you just punched them in the gut. You entered the conversation already going on in their head. So now you're getting the ad really good. The second thing you need to do is, you need to list the opposite of their fear, their benefits. So we said the fears, right, that they have are up here, is this right here. Their teeth rotting, their bad breath, all those things. So let's go again. You hit them with the funny ad that gets their attention. You hit them with the conversation going on in their head. Are your ugly teeth holding back your love life? The emotional reason. And then you hit them with the benefits. Well, not only will your lover crave you more, you will also fix your bad breath, be able to eat any of your favorite foods, and prevent diseases that come from not keeping up with oral health. So it's the opposite of their problems and fears. Is this making sense so far?
Yeah.
Okay, now the next step. Look how this is going to tie in with Tim. You got them with the funny video that stops them, provide them entertainment. You hit them with the conversation going on in their mind already, the emotional reason behind doing this. You hit them with the reverse of their fears. Well, we're going to fix your bad breath, eat your favorite food, and then look at this irresistible offer to make them say, well, duh, I got to do this. These people get me. So typically our dental evaluations are $129, but we want to help you look your best fast. If you book with us, we will give you this evaluation for $19, and we will gift you an organic toothbrush and toothpaste and a small perfume bottle for your next date. Click the link now to book your $19 evaluation. So this offer, what Tim was talking about, is what's going to push them over the edge. This emotional reason, your ugly teeth holding back your love life, is going to enter that conversation, and this offer is going to push them over the edge. And then these fears is the logical reason. Well, why wouldn't I do it? They're going to help me fix those things also, right? So now let's look at the video we made for this day.
Really quick, I'll pause here. Molly's had a great question. Yeah, in the weight loss space, you'd have to be careful with that type of language, but ideally, you do want to prod the pain point a little bit. Something like ready for a healthier you in the mirror, something like that. So you have to, the concept's going to be the same. You can't say tired of being fat. I mean, that would probably, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. But you'd have to really kind of dance around the language. But the idea is that we want to prod that pain point slightly. Mm-hmm. And then in the benefits say, well, it's never too late to start your healthier you, feel better, look better, things like that. So the concept is basically there. You just have to kind of play around with the language. And we'll talk a little about that here more in a second. And
sorry about those questions, everybody. I can't see the chat when I'm sharing my screen. So
that's okay. Yeah, when we stop to share, we'll get to them. Yeah, no worries. I got you. Yeah, I'm trying to address them as you go.
I'm just going to share this last video, which is the funny ad that we made to get people's attention. And then I'm going to stop sharing. We'll go into questions, and then I'll present one last thing. So here's this video. This was the scroll stopping funny ad. So remember, your key is to stop them with your creative. Funny video is what has worked best for us and for our clients. Like I said, you saw the $5 leads, the $65,000 job. And then the second part is writing the good copy, what Tim was talking about on the offer. So here it is. I'm going to talk to you guys through it again. Let me turn down my volume so it doesn't interrupt my voice. So here it goes. So I'm an actor, so I was in this. Teeth. So then I run away, and then we have a voiceover that goes, don't let bad dental health mess up opportunities. Click the link now, and there's the offer that dentist decided to go for. So with that being said, those are the funny ads we've made, some of them that have gotten us great results, some reverse engineering. Now I'm ready to answer some questions.
I have a question.
More details. Yes.
For that ad, I'm not as familiar with the dental industry. Do they have the similar constraints as weight loss? You can't body shame a bad tooth? I mean, I would imagine there's probably some similarities there, right, Luis?
Yeah. So what you want to do is you need to present these in a way where there's no body shaming, there's no making them feel bad, there's no judgment. It's more so speaking on their emotional motivations in a funny, light way.
Lighthearted. Yeah.
An example would be this. I'm going to present to you guys an ad that we wrote, and I'm just going to read it to you guys.
Sure.
For the weight loss industry, so you guys could see what I am talking about to get an idea. So let me go ahead and open up my portfolio that I have here. So here it is. So an example of a weight loss ad that would work would be the following. You got two friends sitting down as one of their friends is in workout clothes, right, holding a cucumber and sweating, walking on the treadmill, and they're going, cucumber weight loss challenge day, 20 out of 40. I've lost one friend in 0 pounds. And their friend is going, why are you like this? Well, social media says it resets my metabolism and I'll finally, be able to lose some weight. Yeah, well, you also read online that Saturn is a sandwich. And then their friend holds up a flyer. Why don't you contact them? They got a real weight loss plan. They're nice, they're local, not judgmental, and they give you everything you need personalized to your lifestyle. Goes back to the friend with the workout clothes and the cucumber, throws it in the trash. Meal plans and everything, just contact them. It works. And then the friend turns to the camera. Or if you're watching this ad, it's a sign. Click the link now for a free Get Healthy Weight Loss consultation. It's time. The other friend hops off the treadmill. Well, let's go. And they start running towards the clinic, right? They run out of their house. So that's an example of where you're speaking to what's going on in their mind. Like, oh my gosh, I've tried everything. I've tried these ridiculous things and it doesn't work. But we're not presenting it in a judgmental way where it's going, hey, you're super overweight and nothing has worked for you. No, right? We're presenting a scenario that's going to make them giggle and get their attention. So those are the type of ads that hook people, make them watch. But where did I say was the second place after they watch your video? What's the second place that they look at?
Yeah.
The first sentence of your ad. So then what could you put in the first sentence of your ad? Well, the first sentence of the copy could be something like, tried everything and having a hard time losing weight.
That's the big pain point, you guys. That should resonate completely. I would say 90% of your patient leads have tried other stuff and they come to you guys with, I tried this, it didn't work, or I tried this keto thing and I just can't stick to it. I can't control my hunger. I want to eat carbs all day. I tried fill in the blank, and it didn't work. So this is a common pain point for sure. So what we're going to do is I'm going to switch to my last portion and then Luis is going to talk about how to produce I know you're thinking, well, how do I do these ads? This is great. I want this, right? So Luis is going to close up with that. I want to give you one more gift. I'm going to give you some free, good, compelling offer examples, and I'm going to give you a few bad examples so you kind of know what you want to shoot for and maybe what you don't want to do. Okay, so I'll kind of be quick. I know we're a little bit up against the clock here. You guys see my screen? Luis, can you see it?
Yes, I can.
Okay, 3 good, compelling offer examples. Transform your health with free weight loss consultation. Struggling to lose weight? Get a free 60-minute consultation, personalized. This was similar to earlier, right? Again, quick pain call out. We're not telling them they're fat. We're just saying he's struggling, so get a free 60-minute body consultation. And this is the what, this is the value. And then the urgency, again, only 15 spots. Book now. That's your call to action. You can call. Again, I do prefer the book now or the use a form for them to fill out. Why it works, easy value. There's a bonus 7-meal daily plan or 7-day meal plan. Sorry, you got some urgency, and you can mention your 1,000 successful clients. Whatever social proof you can add, even better. Here's another one: lose weight or your money back. Now, I'm not saying you guys have to go this extreme, but this is an easy, what we call risk reversal. Okay, it's so easy. A caveman can do it, right? Kind of the Geico thing, because there's no fear. You have nothing. Basically, you have nothing to lose except pounds, right? You can actually use that in that copy. That's pretty good. You have nothing to lose except pounds. Let's write that down, Luis. That's pretty good. So join our proven weight loss program. Get your first month. So the offer is the same. We're just repackaging what the ad copy says, the vehicle. And again, this one highlights the risk reversal, right? What am I afraid of, and how can I make my people not afraid of it? And then finally, this one is just more so like a free opt-in here, ready to ditch fad diets. What are things that have not worked before? We're finally gonna give you the solution. This is the solution. We want to give them, this is your final stop because we're here for you. Okay. So and this is like a free workshop. This is a good idea. Again, I'm going to have this document uploaded so you can kind of use these as templates real quickly. And I'll turn it back over to Luis before we go. Bad examples. Hey, lose weight fast, guarantee results. Obviously, you couldn't even do that on Facebook, right? Sign up for our amazing weight loss program, lose up to 50 pounds. Again, can't do that. That will be banned with the quickness, exaggerated claims. I've actually seen some weight loss clinics try to push that through. You can't, right? You can't. It lacks detail on program cost. Call now, learn more. Where's the number? There's no phone number, right? Last two, I've seen something like this before. Hey, Luis, get our full package, 12 weeks of consultation, meal planning, exercise guides, group sessions, 200-page nutrition, daily text reminders. Well, oh my goodness. I just want to lose weight, man. I don't want to sign up for a semester of algebra,
That's right.
Just want to, so you got to make it easy. Too many components will be a huge turnoff. Last one, act now for our exclusive weight loss deal. Don't miss. Life-changing program, exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. Sign up today, exclamation, but hurry. That's a little too hypey. Call now to lock in your rate. We're not buying mortgages, guys. We're not refinancing. Okay. You won't believe the results. Again, you can kind of dance around that, but this is a little too gimmicky and hypey. I've seen many businesses make this mistake, and they feel like, hey, the more exclamation points I put, that's going to tell people that this is special. It actually does the opposite. Okay. You just want to be measured, reasoned, good offer, urgency statement, and reasons why they need to turn around and solve their pain that they're having today. Okay, so I'll upload this document. I'm going to stop the share here and let Luis close us out with, hey, man, how do we get these video ads rolling? What do we do next?
Yeah, so thank you. I saw Kevin said, wow, great ad. And then we have Mona Lisa asking.
Dr. McBride, yeah, and Mona Lisa, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, can we send the recording? Yes, so the recording will be emailed. So I want to talk to you guys about how to get these ads, and we're time constrained, so I'll make it quick. But, the barrier to funny video ads like this is that they can get very pricey because you got to write them, then you got to cast them, then you have to film the filming date, then you have to edit them, then you have to deliver them. There's so much to do, which is why they're not the cheapest thing in the world. But is it worth it? Yes. If it wasn't, then why would all these big brands be investing so much money on good ads? And the best ads are the funny ads, right? That's why you never really see a sad ad. You see the funny ads on TV and everything. Yeah. The problem why people haven't done this on social media is because it's been so much easier to just, anyone can click a couple buttons, run an ad, but then your results tank, right? Whereas if you put some time into it, right, that is where it happens. Now, here's the thing though. A typical ad costs anywhere between $1,500 and a really good produced Hollywood ad like the one I mentioned that you guys said is a great ad, usually around like $5,000. But here's the thing. Instead of spending, $5,000, what if you guys could get 3 ads, right? 3 different funny ads, one very Hollywood produced, one more call to action style, which is a more narrator style, but still funny. What if you can get 6 different versions of those and 3 different image stills of those? Not for $10,000, not for $15,000, but for only $5.99. Yes, only $5.99. Our client, where we produced that the commercial for the arborist, that was a $5,500 commercial. Now, here's the thing: we make it specific for him and everything, and it's great. But what if you can get 3 of those, right? 3 funny ads for $5.99 instead of for $15,000? Who would like something like that? Everybody would, because it would double your ad results. Now, what I want to offer you guys is, I want to offer you guys to book a one-on-one with me. It's going to be an online meeting where I want to explain how this works, why it's so ridiculously cheap to get 3 ads for that cost, plus a bunch of pictures. And if you guys want to brainstorm something as well, we could always come up with something and I can show you guys how we work. But my job is to help your guys' ads and your brand get. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste the booking link in the chat. Is that okay, Tim? Yeah,
actually, and we will email it too. So everybody that's going to get the email, we'll put it in the YouTube description as well, but go for it. Yep.
So the link is there. And like I said, book a one-on-one with me so you can pick my brain more. We can come up with more ideas. We are a NetScore partner. So we are not only specialists in funny ads, but anytime we're doing something in the weight loss industry, which you guys are experts in, and so is Tim, you guys know that we're here to make sure you guys can grow, get more clients, keep the clients. And that's what these funny ads will do. It will make your social ads work. So once again, one of these ads is usually 5,000. You want to get 3 of these, it's usually 15K, which is worth it. But you can get 3 of these and a bunch of pictures and ads for $5.99. So hopefully I see you guys in my meeting. The link is in the chat.
I love it. And just sort of, guys, I'm hiring him to do some of my video stuff too. So I practice what I preach. I bring on people that I use because I want you guys to benefit from the same level and value people that have worked for NetScore, so it's a great offer. Guys, we got a few minutes left. We got any questions? Mona Lisa. Yeah. What? That's amazing. Yep. Dr. McBride. Good to see you. Kevin. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah. His ads. I wish the audio was working better. I think it's a webinar jam thing. I'll have that ironed out for next time, but the audio is hilarious. And listen, you don't have to, you can be as like cheeky and cheesy or kind of straightforward as you want. I would rely on Luis's guidance though, because again, raise your hand if you use TikTok, right? TikTok is like hilarity, right? No surprise, it's exploding. You know why? People want to be entertained. First thing Luis said. Now, we do want to advertise to them, but we also want to be entertained. And why? If we can marry those two, there's no reason why our results shouldn't skyrocket. Mona Lisa, can you send links so we can hear the audio and the ads when you forward this webinar? Yes. Yeah, forward those links too. If you can, I'll include those in the email as well.
Yep.
Okay.
I put that in
that's a good question. Yeah.
And that ad that I heard Kevin Huff, Dr. Kevin Huffer mentioned, wow, that's a great ad. That's the ad we're going to produce that you guys could use. So,
beautiful. Yeah, that's great stuff. Cool. We'll send that. So after today, we will upload. It will take about a few hours for it to render. So we'll upload to YouTube, and then we will send the replay link along with all of Luis's links for you guys to book a one-on-one, and then his video examples there. Yeah, for sure. You guys excited? This is a huge edge that you're going to have over your market. Like most weight loss clinics, most businesses, they don't do that. The good news is you can probably repackage these to get a few videos and just repackage them throughout the year. You can run them for a few months, stop, run something else, stop, run something else. You get a couple of 4 to 5 of those on kind of rotation. Game changer. Yeah. Yeah.
And Mona Lisa is asking, do you work with more than one business in each market? Worried about seeing the same ads for other people? Yes. So some of these are exclusive. So all those in the meeting, if you book the one-on-one, I can break down more specifically because we're running out of time, but how that works. But in the shorter answer, yes.
Yeah, you won't. And NetScore does the same thing. We're not going to run 5 marketing campaigns for somebody in Fresno. That just would be not cool for sure.
Yeah, that's right.
So awesome. Thank you. Mona Lisa, good questions there. Yeah. All right, guys, we got a few minutes left. Any final questions? Anything cool going on the weekend for everybody? Memorial. Did I mention it was my birthday Memorial Day, by the way? I did. Yeah. I need to stop talking about myself, huh? God, how self-centered I am, right? Well, I think we had some latecomers there, so I had to share that I'm in fact a year older, Luis. It happens,
That's the way life goes. But I just want to say thank you to Tim. Thank you for having me online, giving me the chance to share my passion, these funny ads with people. And hopefully you guys give yourself a chance and really take into mind what Tim was saying about the offers. Yeah. Huge, constructing that good offer and then, elevating your brand with these funny ads and getting results. So I hope I can help a couple of you guys. Hope to see you guys in my meetings. You guys have the link. Yeah, hit up Luis. Mona Lisa, party here in Texas at the pool, and happy belated birthday. Yes, thank you. I'm in Louisiana, so we're kind of in the pool as well, too. It's a little hot around here. So. It's cold still in California. Cold in California. Okay. It is what it is. Okay. Any final questions before we go? You guys like these webinars, free stuff? Kind of just come and hang and learn some cool stuff? Kind of give you some eyes and ears on this industry? I enjoy doing it. We work with a lot of the CRM clients on the weight loss side, and man, some of the stuff we see, it would blow your mind. Both good and bad, but that's why we're here, to give everybody some good perspective and kind of give you a North Star on this thing. Mona Lisa says, yep. Yes. Okay.
Well, everybody have a wonderful weekend. Melissa, thank you. Yep, we try to provide value. Our next webinar will be in 2 weeks, so we will see you then. I'll have the call topic within the next week or so. And yeah, if you have any suggestions for any topics, shoot us an email, info@NetScore Pro. We'd be more than happy to talk about whatever issues and pain points you're having and help you get through those. Okay. All right, guys. Love all of you. Luis, thanks for joining us. And book with Luis. He's going to set you up. Okay.
Thank you, guys.
All right. See everybody later. Have a great weekend.